I'm a fourth generation New Zealander, farming at a place called Methven, and I've been a mixed cropping farmer there, trading in lambs and also trading in grain and seeds, and was one of the pioneer in growing a vegetable seed for the overseas market. Okay. I've been, since 1998, I've been involved in local government. I was involved at the Canterbury Regional Council, ECAN, from 98 until 2010, and then I came home and I was going to stand for the District Council and ended up being asked to stand for Mayor, and I did. To give you one example, 25% of the people that now live here were not here 6 years ago. Very important not to distinguish culture, creed or race. We treat migrants and immigrants to Ashburton as anywhere in the world, including Auckland. To give you an example, there is an enormous big church building which is the centre of activity for the whole of the South Island for the Seventh-day Adventists. And then there's a church on Racecourse Road just being completed on the outskirts of Ashburton, is Latter-day Saints of Jesus Christ, mainly Pacific Islanders. And then there's a small Chinese community that's involved in a Chinese church, and they meet regularly around the South Island and also in Ashburton in a house. So these groups, they arrive being small, but as they gather momentum, they actually build the requirements for the churches that they wish to have. For example, a lot of the Filipinos go to the New Life and the Catholic and the Baptist churches because they seem to like that style of church. Yep. So one initiative is that we assist in funding a multicultural bite on Waitangi Day. We've had attendances between 10,000 to 15,000 people at it, which is the whole of the East Street blocked off, and where they can taste the individual foods from the individual cultures. Also, it's a market day. So that's how we celebrate Waitangi Day here in Ashburton, is by recognising the many cultures that we have, and actually have more people turn up to that than some of the other Waitangi celebrations around New Zealand. Yeah, a small group of people that are assisting with that. One of the things that we have assisted in funding and putting together is this booklet that arrived in my mailbox last week, and it's called How New to Ashburton, Useful Tips for New Arrivals, and it goes right through where they can get help from. We also have a Newcomers Network coordinator. Well, actually we don't have one right at the moment because they're advertising for a new one. The old one has actually started work here at a full-time job at the council. So we assist in funding that, just assist in a small way, but at least we get it started. And then I turn up to any gathering where I'm required by any of the groups that want me.
So they're coming in.
We knew that as Ashburton District Council we would be struggling to get that to the powers that be in Wellington, and that was one of the drivers for the migrants and newcomers to be part of the Mayoral Forum activities, where you get all the mayors of one region joining together to concentrate on the issue, and we have had some success. It has been reported to us that Department of Internal Affairs and Immigration are now issuing more 24-month visas than 23-month visas. Actually, we have done quite a lot of talking and writing letters to Wellington, and they haven't acknowledged it by letter, but we've told that it's now started to happen.
Okay.
And this came from the Filipino ambassador when I met him recently in Rangiora.
Yeah, so you have...
Absolutely.
Okay.
We're representing the Canterbury region, that's why we've done it. And we see it as high importance to have the diversity to build the Canterbury region going forward.
Okay. So when
the forum is pushing to have migrants on a similar, can have similar access to what we as New Zealanders can have access to, because they are actually taxpayers. So for fairness and equity, they come to New Zealand, they work, they pay tax, they should be allowed what every New Zealander has. Well, it pushed the health one first because that seemed to be the most important one, and it will work through the issues such as I described here before, where people know where they can get help through by coordination. For example, you might think just because we've got a newcomers network coordinator, that might be just the end of it, but that person is actually based through in our community house. And in our community house there are 41 different groups that can help, so that once they get in touch with the coordinator, they then get all the help of the 41 organisations in community house.